On average, prom costs an American family more than $900, according to a study done by Visa that was published in June 2017 on voanews.com. With this one night costing so much, it's no surprise many families want to cut prom-related costs when possible. Doing your hair at home could be a significant way to save money on prom night. I have been creating braided hairstyles for over 5 years, and I've done some research on UK hairdressers, Bright Hub Education, and ubeauty.com to learn more about the history of braided updos. Braiding and updos have been used for formal occasions since Greek and Roman times. An article published on ubeauty.com in September 2011 stated that Roman women wore their hair in complex braids near their head to display their wealthy status. A similar article from ukhairdressers.com, accessed in March 2018, stated that Greek women also braided their hair, but often decorated it with flowers. The hairstyle I will show you today involves braiding the hair to look like flowers and draws back to this Greek idea. Today I will be showing you how to create this hairstyle. To create this look, you will need clean brushed hair that's shoulder length or longer, 2 little elastics, 1 hair tie, around 20 bobby pins, and some salt water spray. Most importantly, to create this look, you will need to already know how to Dutch braid. The first step is to create a part that goes 1 finger length back and 1 finger length on an angle. Then continue sectioning the hair straight down and then across to your right ear at your ear height. Leave the top right section loose and use the hair tie to tie off the bottom left section for later use. The second step is to begin Dutch braiding the loose hair, starting by your face and moving down and left along the very bottom part of the hair that is not tied off. Continue braiding this hair all the way down to the end. You want to be sure to keep this braid as low as possible while creating it, or your final design will have this gap in it. Try to braid to the very end of your hair so that there is little to no unbraided hair in the final look. And when you get to this point, use a small elastic to tie off the braid. The third step is to untie the other section of your hair and begin Dutch braiding. Try to keep this braid along your face and along the very edge of your hairline. Continue braiding under the first braid and all the way down to the very end of your hair, making sure you use all of your hair by the end of this step. Use the second small elastic to tie off this braid. The fourth step is to pancake both braids. Pancaking is just pulling on both sides of the braid to make it look wider. This makes the person's hair look thicker and makes the braid and updo look fuller so they fill out more of the head. If you have made your braids too tight, it will be difficult to pancake. I recommend rebraiding the hair if this is the case, because this is not ideal. An article published on brighthub.education.com in June 2012 states that elaborate braids were social in nature in African tribes, as one expert created the braids on their daughters or friends. The fifth step is to prepare the braids for shaping into roses. We do this by misting both braids with the saltwater spray. This will add texture to the braids that will help the bobby pins stay in place. The sixth step is where it starts to get tricky. Form the first rose out of the top braid by making a counterclockwise spiral out of the braid while staying above the other braid. Try to pin this rose in place so that you can't see the bobby pins. When you get close to the center of the rose, tuck the section with the small elastic underneath so that you can't see it in the final look. The seventh step is where you shape the second rose. To do this, form a spiral up and counterclockwise. Try to make this spiral so that it fills up the remaining space under the top braid. If your hair isn't long enough to fill all the space, try pancaking the braid more. Pin the braid so that you hide the bobby pins and tuck the elastic in so that you cannot see it in the final look. By the end of this pinning, the updo should be very secured to your head and it shouldn't move much. At this time, you can pull out any strands of hair by your face if you want. Now that you know how to create this beautiful 2-rows updo look, you'll be ready for prom and excited to show off your new look, knowing that you saved money by doing it yourself.